What up everyone, it's your boy Xman87 here, and what I have for you today is a recap of the Hasbropulse Marvel Legends Fantastic Fan First Monday, August 9th, 2021 live stream. Keyword is fantastic indeed, as the Fantastic Four was the main theme celebrating the 60-year anniversary of the iconic family team. Before I get into everything, if you could please drop that thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. The first ever Fantastic Four Retro Wave has been fully revealed, along with some exclusive variants that look amazing. We'll dive into that as we go along. More Galactus HasLab info, and an extraordinary X-Force 3-pack that has me very excited, as well as a tease to an unannounced Legends figure. Now with that said, let's get it! Kicking off the first reveal of the Fantastic Four Retro Wave is Psychoman. First time in the line, 100% newly tooled with a pretty sweet looking green metallic deco. Love seeing Kirby's work come to life with those intricate designs in plastic form. This guy probably has as many rings on his legs as J-Lo's engagement ring collection. No one can break that record. But he has a ball jointed waist and neck that doesn't break up the beautiful sculpt here. I love the control box accessory that reads fear, doubt, and hate. And I remember reading in the comics when Sue crippled him using all three emotions at once with that control box. Double jointed pinless legs and elbows, great head sculpt, great looking figure. Next up we have High Evolutionary, another villain and another first timer in the line. Another all new sculpt with pinless joints, metallic red and silver deco. According to Dwight Stahl, the skirt piece is very pliable and will not hinder any leg movement. He's got two pair of interchangeable hands. Head sculpt looks so good with all that line work going on. Very happy to get more Fantastic Four villains. Then we got the Thing, and one thing about this Thing is his new thing in his pants. New sculpted hips to give a more angular V-shaped Speedo look in the blue and white as opposed to the trunks from the Walgreens exclusive one. Dwight even showed a comparison of the two. This one does look a lot more orangey and looks like it doesn't have the paint in between the pattern of the rocks. He's got two new head sculpts which I love. One where he has this clobbering time game face on, and the other with no teeth. He'll also have two pairs of interchangeable hands, even though you can't tell from the package, but it was mentioned by Ryan Ting in the stream that those are included. Following up with Mr. Fantastic, sporting a new lab coat was a surprise to me. Didn't expect this at all, but looks great on him. Hoping to get this again for a Hank Pym or maybe Kurt Connors later on. But he does come with interchangeable arms, and you can mix and match the hands as you like. I like to see some new extended limbs like the neck or a coil-like slinky kind of looking legs. I don't know, something other than these fingers because they got to go. Overall, I'm very pleased with this one. Next up, we got the Flame On Human Torch in the Spiderman 2099 white suit body mold instead of the Bucky cap we got last time, so we'll have better articulation to pose our Flame On Torch. This has the black stripes throughout the body, and the 4 logo is not visible in the chest area compared to the Walgreens one. Still translucent with some nice highlights that pop out. Really like how the eyes have yellow paint to make it pop more. Accessory wise, he's packed in with interchangeable hands, flaming back piece, and the small twirling flame effects to attach to his wrist or ankles. Then there's a flame off version they've revealed back at Hasbro Fan Fest, and we got the details that it will not be a part of this set, as it will be a Hasbropulse exclusive that will go up for pre-order on August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The figure, as you see, will sport the blue and white to match the team colors for this set, so you won't have to worry about buying another Mr. Fantastic to put on the Johnny Storm head from the Super Skrull wave, which wouldn't look right since Johnny has a much more jacked physique than Reed. Invisible Woman rounds out the team with the blue and white deco, coming with a pair of fists, open hands, and a force field bubble shield that was her accessory in the Super Skrull wave. This was the most disappointing figure for me, and it's mainly the face sculpt. Like, what the hell? The same facial expression she's got going on here is the exact same expression I had on my face when I saw it. Just, oh man, it just doesn't look good. I do like the new hair sculpt along with the color, but the face does not complement the hair. Feels like the face is too small or the hair is too big. I don't know. I wanted a Sue Storm with a pure blonde colored hair like this one, instead of the dirty blonde we got from the last two Sue Storm figures. But this stank face got to go. I'm gonna end up swapping this Sue Stank's head for the Walgreens or Super Scroll Wave one. I was really hoping for pinless, but it might be a while until we get a Sue Storm with that and some double jointed elbows. The next showing, however, made up for it as they revealed an all-clear translucent invisible woman, which is something I've always wanted Hasbro to do, and so glad that now they have done so. Toy Biz did it a couple of times with various Sue figures. This is great for mint on card collectors, those that pose on the shelf, and it's going to make for some great action figure photography. Dwight mentioned they tried other invisible variations by trying to add tints, faded colors, hints of paint, etc, etc, but after consulting with Jesse Falcon, it was ultimately decided to go all clear, which is how it's meant to be, so I'm glad they went this route as I highly agree with it. Plus, we don't have to see her stank face, so that's a plus. She doesn't even want to see her own stank face. I'll definitely have this one on my display. Just like the Flame Off Human Torch, this will be a Hasbropulse exclusive to go up at the same time, August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Both will have a decorative white shipper box to show off some sketch art and also keeping it protected because we can't trust FedEx as they'll probably play soccer with our packages. All in all, I'm happy to get my classic blue and white Fantastic Four figures. I think they were done only twice in Legends, one from a Toy Biz box set from the early 2000s, and the other was the Ronan the Accuser Build-A-Figure wave back in 2007. It's my favorite costume color of the team, classic all day. Look out for pre-orders of this retro wave to go up on August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Moving on to some of the Galactus HasLab news, they spoke of the recently revealed Frankie Ray Nova figure, as she'll be the Tier 1 unlock at 16,000 backers. If y'all seen my HasLab Galactus coverage video, you know this was one of my predictions and most wanted. She looks absolutely incredible on a clean body with pinless double jointed elbows and knees. Just note, this is not the only time this mold will be used in the line. It's only serving as an introductory for the line through this set. Love the thicker female mold here to make her look like an adult and not a teenager. No one wants to feel like R. Kelly collecting those teenage bodies. The figure will indeed be painted gold instead of the gold plastic they normally use. Happy about that. The fire hair is translucent, which will be great for lighting in photography and on the shelves. And yo, my favorite of all was the trailblazing fire effect accessory. Didn't I call it in my last video? Didn't I call it? Go back if you missed it, but OMFG, I'm so damn happy to see this. I swear to God that no one at Hasbro is feeding me intel like this. This is just how my nerdy brain works, man. But it serves as a base her leg can hook into, and it can snap onto Galactus's hand to make it look like he's summoning her. Really hope this effect isn't exclusive to only this set, as I'd like to get a couple more of these for my fire trait characters of figures I have, as it'll look great on Human Torch, Sunfire, Firestar, even the recent Dormammu figure from the Supervillains wave, just to name a few. The other silhouette tease is Silver Surfer, I mean, pretty freaking obvious, right? In which I think will be a chrome deco, hopefully on the retro Spider-Man body if they can give it pinless elbows and knees, and add a Jack Kirby head to it as well. That would be icing on the cake. I know one of my viewers mentioned a Kirby head too, so crossing my fingers that we get that. To look at the standings of the HasLab Galactus as of this recording, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, it has surpassed the 11,000 mark with 3 weeks left. 3,000 more to go. It's definitely going to hit the 14,000 mark. I know the quota is high, but don't doubt it. There's no way this doesn't get funded. There's no way they didn't have the numbers nerds working this out based on the support / success of the Sentinel. There'll be a huge surge. The last week and especially the very last day will spike up from online retailers like BBTS, Dorkside, EE putting their orders in, as well as people that, don't want to freaking miss out on it. So that will at least help hit a few stretch goals, if not all. Also, keep in mind that the HasLab Unicron was extended for almost 2 months to get fully funded. So have faith, stay confident, even if they try to hit us with the FOMO of never getting Frankie Ray Nova or any of the tiers ever again. I do believe they should have revealed all the tiers to help move it faster to reach the stretch goals, but it's gonna happen. I know it's hard for some of you that are on the fence, and those that have backed the Sentinel and still no ship date. They told us August will be some first batches shipped out, but we are here in August and nothing said yet. Wish they would have mentioned something about it on the live stream, but understand delays do happen. So just relax, tranquilo. Again, it's gonna happen. For non-Fantastic Four related items, the Hasbropulse exclusive Black Hand Ninjas will go up for pre-order on August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Same date and time as the Fantastic Four Retro Wave, so grab a couple to army build. I don't know the quantity limit, but I'm going to assume that it's 2 or 5 per person as they've listed so in the past. Now moving on to probably my favorite reveal of the day is this 90s X-Force 3-pack of Domino, Cannonball, and freaking Richter. Finally, this will be a shared online exclusive between Shop Disney and Hasbropulse. The packaging is really cool with the 90s Skybox trading cards. To go over the figures briefly, Cannonball. They finally gave my boy some legs so he can walk again and not look like he's stuck jumping off the toilet after eating all of Deadpool's chimichangas. He still comes with the blast off effect that you can swap, and this time they added some extra paint deco to it. Speaking of paint, he also has a new paint deco. I still think you can swap the legs with the Wendigo Wave one without it looking off. I think the colors should match just fine, but we'll see how that looks on hand. Lastly, an additional head with a relaxed expression, so definitely a better offering this time around than the last time. Then we have one of my favorite all-time Marvel babes, Domino. She's sporting her 90s look. This is the Domino look I've been wanting forever. She comes with a few blasters and closed hands for accessories. Only downside is she doesn't have pinless legs, so you can see the blue pins on the white inner pants. But the rest makes up for it with double jointed pinless elbows. The colors of the dark blue and metallic purples is a good combo. New arms and upper torso. The shoulder pads and armored faceplate is the one key look on how I always remembered this version. The head sculpt is fire with the more diamond shaped pigmentation than the more modern oval shape around her left eye. Hair looks great. I'm loving it. Now time for Richter, my number one favorite reveal of the day. I had the 90s vintage Toy Biz figure where he had the knob on the back that you can twist to make him vibrate, since his powers can generate and release seismic vibrations through earth manipulation basically. I had his trading card as a kid. I lost it but got it again as an adult in pristine condition, and I'm so happy to get him in Legends form finally. Always loved this look since I was a kid, and always appreciate when they make figures of characters who are Hispanic. Represent. He's on the Grim Reaper body mold with some new add-on pieces like the shoulder pads, bandana, belt, etc. I think that bandana was from Bishop actually, now that I'm looking at it. I think it is. Someone let me know in the comments. And new sculpted parts from the knees down. The colors and skin tone look really nice. The head and the hair looks great. Almost gives me some Doc Samson vibes here. Accessory wise, he'll have those slapping hands, and then he'll have closed fist and some bubble waves in a light green translucent color. This is such a dope ass set. Pre-orders will be the same date and time again, August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to lock your pre-orders in. Lastly, they ended it with a teaser as they normally do on these streams. We are getting a piece of black paper and some pink tweezers. Yeah! No, I'm kidding. We are getting Polka Dot Man! First DC crossover! Yeah! No, not that. The Spot! No. Even though I would like to see that, but of course not. Ryan showed us this white hand with pointy nails, but judging by the circular red dots, hard to tell if it's painted or sculpted. It's definitely going to be a Spider-Man Retro animated series Morbius figure. Yo, this is another figure I mentioned last year in my Venompool Wave Morbius review that I would like to see made. I think it'll be the best Legends Morbius figure, because the last ones I wasn't really all that impressed. So I think this will be the one. I think this will be the definitive Morbius on my display. Gotta have this. He used to crack me up in the 90s cartoon. Felicia, I hunger for plasma. Happy to get more of these retro figures to hang up on my wall. And that's a wrap for the recap. So what do you all think of today's reveals? What was your favorite reveal? Or anything I might have missed or mentioned that piqued your interest? Let me know, and remember to be kind to one another and keep the comments civil. Hit the notification bell to know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you are new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.